Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Aireonna and I have some breaking news regarding 49ers OTAs that's happening tomorrow. Off-season programming officially begins. Now this is not the OTAs that maybe you're accustomed to hearing about, no on-the-field activity, but more the team all getting together, going over film and preparing for the season. Breaking news, however, is that 49ers beat reporter Mike Silver has some stuff to say about 3 players that are up for new deals. Let's start off with quarterback Brock Purdy. Everyone knows that Brock Purdy's been, waiting to get his deal done, and both sides have, reportedly been very far apart. Brock Purdy wants more than 55. The 49ers would like to not even pay him 50. But so far, where they stand, the most up-to-date update is that there has been progress towards a multi-year contract extension that would pay Brock Purdy more than $50 million. So the 49ers have definitely brought up their offer there, their most recent offer. Reports are that if Brock Purdy shows up tomorrow, so he goes to OTAs, that means he and his agent feel confident that they and the 49ers front office are about to get a deal done very soon. That means they're close to each other's number. Mike Silver's reporting this. This also feels kind of obvious. He says if Brock Purdy doesn't show up, then we can assume Brock Purdy's camp, his agent, and the 49ers camp are still very far apart. I don't know how much of a report that is versus just deducing information. I would assume if Brock Purdy's there, he feels like the 49ers are starting to respect him and pay him what he wants. And if he's not, that's because he's trying to hold out for more money. But will Brock Purdy hold out? I'm not entirely sure. I think that would be a really bad look for him, because you have to remember he technically could play out this year. So if you think about other veterans like Trent Williams, Fred Warner we're going to talk about in a second, he's up for a deal and he's going to show up. To me, there's some ego involved if Brock Purdy goes, yeah, I know I have another year on my deal, but I want to get paid now. And if I'm not going to get paid now, what I want, because reportedly the 49ers have, offered him over 50. So if he's saying, over 50 still isn't enough, I need over 55, and I'm not going to show up until I get it. I don't know. To me, that's a very bad look on Brock Purdy's part. What team in the NFL right now would pay Brock Purdy $55 million? That is an important question. Chris Sims, who is Kyle Shanahan's college best friend, they have matching tattoos. They were hanging out together at the owners meeting a month ago in Palm Beach. And Chris Sims came out today on his television show and said that he would trade Brock Purdy and he would not pay Brock Purdy top 10. He says he doesn't think he's a top 10 quarterback in the NFL. Maybe with Kyle Shanahan at the top of his game and with Christian McCaffrey, Deebo Samuel, all the all-star, Brandon Ayuk, all the all-stars playing up to their full potential, then Brock Purdy can look top 10. But as we saw last year when guys got injured, Kyle Shanahan, wasn't as slick with his play calling. They went 6-11 and Brock Purdy, looked very mediocre. He was throwing the ball to the other team at the end of games. He was not able to, make any game-saving plays. If anything, he was putting the ball in harm's way. Obviously, he was dealing with a bad O-line, but a lot of mistakes were solely on him running around, not getting the ball out of his hands when he should have, and just making really bad decisions. And Brock Purdy already doesn't have that strong of an arm. So what are you paying for? You're paying for his decisions. You're paying for his accuracy, for his choices, the fact that he can be smart with the football, he can execute the system. Well, he didn't do that last year. I have been in this, if you've, subscribed to my channel for a while, I'm of the mind he had one, MVP caliber year. He had one really down year. I would force him to play out the rest of his deal, decide if they're going to pay him top dollar at the end of this year. He has another year on his contract, but according to Mike Silver, he might even hold out tomorrow. So maybe the 49ers feel like they can't make him play out his deal because he'll just refuse to show up. If I was the 49ers, I would play hardball. I say, okay, if you don't show up, then we're going to give the snaps to Mac Jones and, hope and pray that Mac Jones plays well and that puts pressure on Brock Purdy to accept the deal or to play out his deal. But That's what I would do. What I actually think is going to happen, if I was to give my best guess, I think Brock Purdy shows up tomorrow. He wants to be a leader on this team. He wants the veteran guys to accept him, to show a standard for the rookies and the younger, second year guys. I think Brock is going to show up tomorrow, and I do think a deal gets done soon. Maybe less than 55, but more than 50. That's just my guess, though. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. And please like and subscribe, because I'm going to be giving you guys updates on Fred Warner and George Kittle coming next. Bye.